So there's a ton of different training shoes on the market. How do you know which one's right for you? So what I did is I tested the top 5 training shoes so you don't have to. We're gonna be looking at value for money, effectiveness, and more importantly, style. All right, so the Gorucks arrived. These arrived first. I ordered all the shoes on the same day. These ones shipped and were delivered in like 2 days, which is very impressive. I'm not super excited about what I'm about to open. I really like the company and all the rucking stuff. These were the best ones I think on the website, but let's test them out and see how it goes. That's a nice touch, nice little sticker. Like the package. Not usually my style of shoe, I'm gonna be honest, as you can see from what I'm wearing right now. But let's put them on, give them a try, give them a fair shot. You know what I mean? Let's give them a fair shot. Let's go.
So let's talk about value. It's $150, which means they're aiming to compete with the big dogs on this one. This is a brand new shoe to the market in terms of this training shoes. And they send you a couple of insoles, which is nice. Overall, I would say value for money wise, 7 out of 10. You get a training shoe, that's what you ordered. Let's talk about effectiveness. They feel nice and stable when you're lifting and when you're working out. They did not, however, feel good to run in. I like a flat 0 drop shoe, and this had a lot of arch support, and so that led to, for me personally, it felt like my feet were kind of cramping when I was doing longer Metcons in these. So didn't love it for that kind of stuff, but for lifting, they were super stable, squatting, all that stuff. They felt pretty good, but I'd have to give them a 6 out of 10 on that. In terms of style, Goruck's a walking company, you know, rucking. This feels and looks like a walking shoe. I don't really see an attempt here for them to make a functional fitness shoe. I don't see them making a training shoe here. I just think they've repurposed their walking shoe and said, this is what we'll give to them. Everyone in the gym, when they saw them, and me personally, just kind of felt kind of blah about these shoes. I think the only thing I would really wear these for is walking the dog. And for that, I don't need a separate $150 shoe. Now, Goruck is a cool company. I'm thinking their next shoe is gonna be really awesome. It's not a bad shoe to work out in. I think their next Go Ballistic trainer or whatever they come up with for functional fitness athletes will be really cool. But for me, this is just not it. They get a 5 out of 10 on style, and overall, 18 out of 30.
All right, shoe number 2, Nike Metcon 9. I feel like this is gonna be my favorite because obviously I'm a Nike guy, but let's test it out. It came pretty quick, and I love the color. Here she is. Made with at least 20% recycled material. You know how important to me that is.
Okay, let's talk about the Nike Metcon 9. In terms of value for money, you know what you're gonna get with Nike. $140, I think I had 20% off and I got free shipping. And this is the 9th version of this shoe. So in terms of value, you get all these features that have been tested and it's built for what it's made for, right? It's built to be in the gym. You've got all this extra stuff and you know it's gonna last you and it's gonna be a great shoe. So for that reason, it's gotta be a 9 out of 10. Let's talk about effectiveness. You know it's a great shoe, right? It's gonna do exactly what it says. It's the Metcon 9, it's built for workouts. It's a super wide toe box and it's just really stable for all them heavy lifts. And then you've got, like I said, all them extra features. So in terms of being effective, it's a great shoe. However, It is the heaviest shoe I think they've ever brought out for this. It feels kind of clunky. And while it is stable, for some of them runs, even 200, 400 meter runs, it doesn't feel good to run in. It feels great for everything else. But for running, that's kind of where it loses out. And so for that reason, it's getting an 8 out of 10 for effectiveness. Let's talk about style. It's a really cool shoe. I only liked it in this gray though. I thought it was very difficult to find other colors that look good just because of all the stuff it has going on. They look great for working out. They look great in shorts, but you can't really wear these for hanging out. They don't look great with sweatpants on. They are only good and they're only cool if you're in the gym, whereas some of them other shoes, you can wear them for everything. This shoe, in terms of style, gets an 8 out of 10, and that brings the total score to 25 out of 30.
All right, guys. First time getting a pair of these, the R.A.D. 1. Love the way it shipped. They texted me updates all the way here for the unveil. Love the initial look of it. Love the color. Love the sole. Let's check it out.
Let's talk about the R.A.D. 1. It is by far the most expensive shoe, about $180, which with shipping and everything, you're looking at $20 more expensive than the closest. That's a lot for a training shoe, especially a shoe that's new to the market. However, you do get amazing service. It came really fast. I got text message alerts. I think I had to sign for the delivery. So it was awesome service. The only thing is, with a new shoe, how durable is it? So for me, with the price, I'm probably gonna go 7 out of 10. The effectiveness of this shoe, it feels great. Feels stable, feels great for longer workouts. You can do everything in it. You just don't really notice that you're wearing it. It doesn't stop you doing anything. The one thing was, it's not necessarily zero drop. It does have a little bit of extra support in the heel, which is nice, but it does have a narrower heel too. The wide toe box was great, just a little narrow at the back. So in terms of that, I'm just gonna give it an 8 out of 10, but it did still feel great to work out in. All right, let's talk about style. That's where this shoe for me excels itself. You can tell it's a little bit different, and it's almost like you're making a statement. It's like the new Noble. When you wear this, it says that you're kind of on brand, you're on trend. And also one really cool thing, I got an email from the founder as soon as I ordered it, and it said, "Welcome to the R.A.D crew." And that just makes you feel like you're part of a movement, which is something that I think's been kind of missing from the space for a while. So for that, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, and that brings the total to 24 out of 30.
The cameraman's favorite shoe. Let's see how it goes. I've had a pair of these before, but this color's pretty sick. The Vans, what's it called, Lucas? Ultra Range XO or something like that?
That's it.
The cheapest shoe of them all. Let's see what happens.
Dude.
All right, let's talk about the Vans Ultra Range EXO. So let's talk about value. In terms of value, $100 for this shoe. I mean, when you're talking about some of these shoes, it's almost half the price. And I think it was free shipping, which is incredible. Came really fast. It's a great shoe, right? If you've tried these on, you know that they feel amazing. One thing though, in terms of durability, one thing people have been talking about, I've had a pair of these before, and quite a few people in the gym are wearing them now. They do wear out pretty fast, but they don't look too wrecked as they break down. And so I'm still giving them a 7 out of 10. Okay, let's talk about effectiveness. If you've tried on these shoes, you know that they feel awesome. They are probably the lightest shoe that you've ever worn, and they're great. They're nice and wide, and you can wear them all day, working out, coaching, hanging out. they're a great shoe. The only problem with this shoe is you don't feel a ton of support when you're doing heavy lifts and when you're doing explosive lifts. For squatting and stuff like that, they feel great, but this rubber sole, it's very squishy. So when you're doing super heavy lifts, you don't quite get the support that you get with some of the other training shoes, and sometimes they sink and move around a little bit. So for that, I'm gonna give them an 8 out of 10. Let's talk about style. These shoes are cool. Vans have taken their traditional Vans shoes and made a sporty version of them, and everybody loves them. Now this color is one that I really love, and I think I had all white before, but these shoes are super cool. The thing for me is, this is a great active shoe, but I don't want to work out with this as much as I want to wear it for the beach this summer and to just hang out. So for me, in terms of style, it's a great shoe and I'm going to rock it, just probably not for working out. So they get an 8 out of 10 for that and 23 out of 30 overall.
All right, pair number 3, the TYR, Tier. Always confuses me, like how you supposed to say this damn brand? The Tier shoe. Feels like a swim shoe. Not gonna lie to you, like the brand in there. I'm always in front. And then here it is. Give it a try.
All right, unbelievably, in at number 1 is the Tier CXT1. In terms of value, it's right there in the middle, $140. A little annoying that you had to pay for shipping, but when it came and I took it out the box, it feels like just a great quality shoe. There's no extra features, like some of them are made for, training, but it's 0 drop, it's nice and flat, and it just looks and feels like a great training shoe. So for that, 8 out of 10. In terms of effectiveness, the minute I put this shoe on, I said, oh shoot, this is my favorite shoe. It's super light. You can barely feel that you've got it on, and it just has support in all the right places. It isn't a super wide toe box. If you do have wide feet, I could see some people having problems, but for me, it was just wide enough. And I liked that it was wide at the back and that it just felt great for every movement, jumping, running, lifting. It was super stable, super supportive. And in terms of effectiveness, I got to give it a 9 out of 10. Now, style, this is quite controversial because when I first saw this shoe, I said, nah, that shoe's not going to be for me. I struggled to order a color I liked, and then I finally saw this blue and I ordered it. When I first saw them online, I thought it looked like a bar of soap, I'm gonna be honest. And then when I put it on, I absolutely fell in love with training in the shoe. And also, out of all 5 shoes, it's the one people asked about the most. Now, I'm not sure if it's just because of the bright color, so maybe this shoe wouldn't get as many style points in a different color, but everybody asked about it, everybody wanted to know about it, and everybody wanted to potentially buy a pair. So in terms of style, it's got to get a 9 out of 10. And unbelievably, I'm a Nike guy. I thought the Metcon was going to win, but the TYR, what is this, a swim company shoe, is my favorite workout shoe. And I'm not being sponsored by any of these companies. This is just my own opinion. For me, right now in 2024, in the gym, this is the number 1 workout shoe.
All right, let's wrap it up. In 5th place, the Goruck. If you just love walking the dog and being outside, this is your shoe. In 4th place, it's great value for money, only $100 a Vans. You can wear it for anything. If you want to be part of the cool crowd, this is your shoe, the R.A.D 1. But it's super expensive. Is it worth it? That's your choice. Old Faithful, it's the 9th one they've ever made. It's made for this kind of stuff, the Nike Metcon. But the best shoe for working out, gets me the most compliments, and I just love wearing it, the Tier. Let's go get it.